My name is Adwoa, and there are many different sides to me. Which side do you know? What you're about to see and hear are some of the stories from my past. Now, a lot of you know me from doing hair, a lot of you know me from filming, but there's a lot about me that a lot of other people just don't know. One thing my mother always said, may she rest in peace, but one thing she always said to me was, if anyone's going to tell your story, you need to be the one to tell it. Why? Because no one can tell your story the way you can. Key word is your story. So there you have it. I am Adwoa. You're about to step inside of my life. So without further ado, welcome to my world. Next thing you know, I'm selling not even an hour, I'm done. Right? So I'm like, oh shit. So I got like $200. Think like 200, something like that. So I was like, oh damn. So I was done selling the crack for the day. Well, at least for like that hour. So I was like, well, should I go upstairs and get some more? So that's what I did. So I went upstairs, and at the time I was keeping the crack in my radiator. Now, if anybody knows about, we wasn't living in public housing and nothing like that. But if anybody knows about apartments in New York, a lot of the old apartments don't have central air, central heat. So around this time, it was like springtime. So I didn't have to worry about them turning on the heat, the radiator, which is being turns on the heat, and then the fucking crack cooking in my house. So I went and got like 10 more. So I came back downstairs. So let me tell you one thing about crackheads. And I'm not proud of this. I'm not glorifying selling drugs or being a drug dealer, but hell, it's my past. Your past makes you who you are today. So I'm just telling you guys that it is what it is. All right. So I came back downstairs, right? So it was one crackhead that I knew, like, he had to know all the crackheads because he used to be around all the crackheads. So I was like, well, shit, I'm trying to go play with my friends or whatever. So I gave him the 10 crack valves. And I was like, yo, just bring me back the money. I don't care if you cut it, step on it, whatever you do, just bring me back, $100 or whatever. Because I had like the $10 valves. So I was like, meet me back here in like an hour. Now, look at me. Yeah, I'm thinking really a fucking crackhead's going to really give you back your money, but I took the chance, right? So I left. And I think I went to like O'Dwyer. If you're from Coney Island, you know what O'Dwyer is. So I went over there and I hung out with some of my friends for like a little while. Then I had to remember, I was like, oh shit, because I had a page. I was like, oh shit, I got to go back. So I went back and I told him just to meet me in front of, Key Food in an hour. So, the crackhead was actually there. Yes, this is no lie. He was there, right? And he gave me $200. And I was like, why are you giving me $200? He was like, yo, these fucking rocks is big. I was selling them like for 20 instead of 10. So I was like, oh, well, that's what's up. Thank you. So I gave him like $50. I know that's a lot for a crackhead, right? But I gave him like $50 and I was like, well, thank you. Right. And I was like, yo, you want to start working for me? He was like, yeah. So look at me now. I don't know how to sell drugs, right? Then got the drugs from the guy. And now I'm employing somebody else. Keep in mind, I gave old girl half of the valves already, right? Remember? Gave her half so she could do her thing in Brighton Beach. So I was like, yo, just meet me. So every day I would tell him, meet me in front of Key Food. I'll give you whatever. And then you get them off, right? So the next day I had school, right? I had school. I was going to graphic communication arts in Manhattan. They call it printing. So I was going to school. So me and old girl went to the same school, right? So I go to school and I'm like, yo, did you get any off? And she was like, no, not yet. I didn't think about it. I was like, yo, well, just give me my shit back. You know what I'm saying? Like, meet me, I was like, meet me at my crib and just give it back if you're not going to sell it. So she was like, nah, so I was like, listen, my shit is moving fast. You need to do something with yours. You know what I'm saying? So we ended up going out to the city. Like, we was already in the city, but we went deeper into the city because she wanted to go boosting, right? So she goes boosting. Don't you know this bitch gets caught? We in Macy's, right? This stupid hoe gets caught boosting out of Macy's. So she just, pew. So she's trying to put shit in my bag, right? And I'm like, yo, don't be trying to put nothing in my bag. So the bitch gets caught or whatever. That's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother segment in itself. So we're gonna leave that one alone for a while. All right. So I get back home, right? So this was like a day, right? I get back home. So now it's time for me to go outside to meet the guy, the crackhead, right? Time for me to go meet him. But I couldn't find my crack. Yeah. Remember, I kept it in the radiator, right? I'm looking all in the radiator. I couldn't find the shit. So I'm like, what the fuck? Where the hell is that crack? Do you guys want to know where the crack was?